the shores of Lake Ontario. Welcome to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, tonight, Tim Wakefield's 7th crack at 200. Wakefield has 18 victories in his career against the Toronto Blue Jays and has fared well against this group of Jays. We take a look at some of the numbers. They've not done well against Tim Wakefield for the most part. Wakefield will be facing a Jays team which he has the second lowest ERA against among American League teams. Of the Jays in today's lineup, only Yunel Escobar has hit well against him in the past. Well, Escobar is 6 for 11. The rest of the Jays lineup is just 3 for 26 against him. 4 players in the lineup have never faced Wakefield. Tonight will be Wakefield's first start at the Rogers Center since 2009. 6-5 career record north of the border, but has not won here since 2007. We welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, a big night last night for David Ortiz. Well, a very good season for David Ortiz.
That's been a great season for David Ortiz, and he has really been hot over his last 20 games. He's been hot actually all season long. But look at the last 20. At 480 batting average in that span. 7 home runs, 19 RBIs, and scored 17 runs. He's hit in 19 of those 20 games, and right now he's number 5 in the league in batting average. The Red Sox would love to be able to score some runs tonight for Tim Wakefield, and David Ortiz should be right in the middle of that. Right now they're bouncing him back between the 4th and 5th spot in the lineup, and he's producing wherever he is, whether against a right-hander or a left-hander. So this has been a very big season for David Ortiz.
Well, last night the Jays starter Luis Perez could not get it done as the Red Sox got to him early and often. Tonight it's Brandon Morrow, who's 9-10 with a 4.78 earned run average. We're back with the first pitch from Toronto after this. Tourism and by Southwest Airlines. And welcome to the Rogers Center in Toronto as we get ready for Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. And welcome inside the Rogers Center where the roof is open. They are expecting rain in the area, and it is cloud covered, a little bit on the chilly side here tonight in Toronto. We'll set it down now to Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Well, Don, it's time for your MLB news and notes brought to you by HP. It has been a marathon 24 hours for the Yankees and Orioles, whose game last night was delayed 4 hours. The Yankees finally wrapped up a 5-3 win over the Orioles at about 2:15 in the morning. The two teams went at it again today in a day game that went to extra innings. Mark Reynolds finally ended it in the 11th with the game-winning RBI. Baltimore won 5-4 today. Former Sox catcher Victor Martinez grand slam today gave the Tigers pitcher Justin Verlander his 22nd win this season. Verlander has won 10 straight starts, and Martinez is on a tear as well. Over Martinez's last 5 games, he's 10 for 21 with 2 home runs and 12 RBI. And according to multiple reports, the Cardinals offered Albert Pujols a 9-year contract extension worth between $195 and $210 million last offseason. Pujols rejected that offer. He's reportedly seeking a contract worth over $23 million annually. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Seems like a lot of money.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, there's Terry Francona. He's the manager of the Red Sox as the Red Sox coming into this 3rd game of the series. And, of course, a big victory here last night. The offense working at all cylinders. As we take a look at the current standings now, the Yankees today winning in their extra inning ball game that I just told you about. The Red Sox are 2 games back of the Yankees, as the Yankees are 87-54, Red Sox 85-56 on the season. And the wild card scenario right now, the Rays are 7.5 games back of the Red Sox, and of course that is the next foe for the Red Sox as they head to St. Petersburg as part of this trip against the Rays coming up. Lots more guys on the bench, of course, as the roster is expanding on September the 1st, and certainly more possibilities for Terry Francona. But really the concern tonight is getting some runs for Tim Wakefield, getting that 200th win out of the way for Tim, as the Toronto Blue Jays take the field tonight, led by their starter Brandon Morrow. As they do, let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off in center field with Dustin Pedroia at second base batting second. Adrian Gonzalez is at first base in the 3 spot. David Ortiz back in the cleanup spot tonight with Kevin Youkilis at third base. Carl Crawford is in left field. He bats 6th. Marco Scutaro at shortstop 7th. Josh Reddick is in right batting 8th. And Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching, rounds out the starting 9. On the mound is Brandon Morrow. Gets his 26th start of the year. He's under 500 individually at 9-10 with a 4.78 earned run average, 172 Ks in 148 2/3 innings. And the opponent's hitting at just 238 against Morrow. Last outing was against New York, a loss. In 6 innings, he gave up 3 runs on 4 hits and struck out 8 batters. He's lost 3 straight as he heads into tonight's action.
The defense tonight for Toronto Blue Jays, they are 7th in the American League. Brett Laurie will be at third base. Yunel Escobar, the shortstop. Kelly Johnson at second, and Edward Encarnacion, the first baseman. Left to right, Eric Thames, Mike McCoy, and Adam Lowen, and J.P. Arancibia doing the catching for Morrow.
Umpiring crew, the crew chief, Jeff Kellogg, has got the plate tonight, calling the balls and strikes. With Eric Cooper at first base, Mark Carlson at second base, and Tim Timmons is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Well, again, the roof is open, 64 degrees for the second straight day here in Toronto. Wind in from right field and the chance for showers tonight. Certainly looks that way above here. Right now, cloud covered Toronto. The Jays and Red Sox ready to go in game 3 of the series as Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. Red Sox this season 9-5 against Toronto. First pitch of the ball game from Brandon Morrow is in there for strike 1 and we're underway. He'll be hitting at .312, 24 home runs and 85 runs batted in. Ellsbury 2 for 4 in the ball game last night, and so far 3 for 9 in the series.
Morrow has faced the Red Sox twice this year. 2 starts, a record of 1-1 with a 12.54 ERA in those 2 starts.
One misses, 2-1. Mentioned 3 straight losses for him. He lost at home against Kansas City, at home against Tampa Bay, and then losing at New York last time out in the 6-inning effort. Swing and a miss, fastball by Ellsbury, and it's 2-2.
Morrow has a good fastball. He'll be 94-95 with it tonight.
His last start against the Red Sox July 4th at Fenway Park. He won that one 9-7, 5 innings, giving up 4 earned runs. Ellsbury hits it sharply off Laurie. It kicks into left field. Get to him quickly, and Thames will pick it up. Ellsbury will remain at first, and a hot shot down to Laurie at third base.
He's had a couple of those over the last couple of days. Pedroia hit one yesterday. He picked up an error on, which I thought should have been a hit. This will go as a hit for Jacoby Ellsbury. Extends his streak now to a 12-game hitting streak.
So lead runner on here for the Red Sox in the first inning. And it brings up Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia shows bunt, pulls back, and takes strike 1. Key matchup is brought to you by New England Acura dealers. Dustin is 6 for 12 against Brandon Morrow. On base 9 out of 15 times. And straightens him up and pushes him back. 1-1. Dustin at .302 with 18 homers, 77 runs batted in. Brandon Morrow, a Mariners first-round pick, 5th overall in 2006, and then came over from Seattle here to Toronto, part of the Brandon League deal. Of course, League now closing games for the Mariners. There's a toss over, and Ellsbury back to the bag.
At the time, I thought that was a great trade for the Toronto Blue Jays, but League has ended up being a very good closer for the Mariners.
One pitch is lined into left field. Base hit for Pedroia as Ellsbury takes second base. And the first 2 have reached for the Red Sox here in the first inning.
Remember yesterday the Red Sox dropped the 4 spot early on the Toronto Blue Jays. Would love to do the same here tonight. Inside fastball for Pedroia. He cleans it out. Line drive base hit. to left field for the second hit in a row. Ellsbury and now Pedroia.
Two on, nobody out for Adrian Gonzalez. 342, 23 homers, 105 runs batted in. And this one will get away. Runners will move up. Let's see, we didn't know where it was.
I think it actually hit Gonzalez.
It did. They're going to put him down to first base. Adrian heading down to first slowly.
Morrow tries his first breaking ball of the night, and he gets Gonzalez off the left toe, it looks like.
So base is now loaded. Here comes Big Papi in the cleanup spot tonight, hitting at .318, 28 home runs, 91 runs batted in. He was 4 for 6 in the ball game last night, 2 doubles, couple of RBIs, and he's now 5 for 10 in the series. Swing and a miss. Fastball from Morrow.
And with that swing, David Ortiz was trying to put 4 quick ones on the board. See the numbers with the bases loaded for Ortiz. .363 batting average.
Ellsbury at third, Pedroia at second, Gonzalez at first, and nobody out. Ortiz swinging at the fastball again, and he's down 0-2. David is 2 homers shy of reaching 30 for the 7th time in his career. All with the Red Sox. Move out of a tie with Manny Ramirez for second most 30 home run seasons in club history. And then trail only Ted Williams, who reached the mark 8 times. No 2 pitch to Big Papi. Ball 1, 1-2. Dave with good numbers against Brandon Morrow. Part of the reason that he is in the cleanup spot tonight. As Terry Francona continues to shuffle back and forth between Ortiz and Youkilis in the 4 spot. The 1-2. Ortiz strikes out. Morrow needed that. His first out of the night is a strikeout. 1 down.
Now Morrow goes to the breaking ball for the second time tonight, and this is a good one. Down and in off the plate. And picks up the strikeout with the bases loaded.
So now 1 down for Kevin Youkilis. .263, 17 homers, 79 runs batted in. Youkilis 2 for 4 in the game last night with a double and an RBI. Walked twice. 2 for 8 in the series against the Jays. And Youkilis gets hit. That'll bring in a run. Ellsbury from third base puts the Red Sox on top 1-0. Second batter hit in this first inning.
And the 81st time in the career of Kevin Youkilis that he has been hit. And on number 81, it brings in a run, as it looks like it just got a piece of his elbow.
That was the 10th batter that Morrow has hit this season. And the base is reloaded with the Red Sox on top 1-0. Now Carl Crawford the batter. Crawford takes ball 1 away. Carl starting the night at .250 with 11 home runs, 53 runs batted in. He was 1 for 4 in the ball game last night, and now 1 for 8 in the series. Swing and a miss, chasing that fastball. 1-1. Crawford 6 for 16 this season with the bases loaded, but a .393 hitter in his career with Pedroia at third base, Gonzalez at second base, and Youkilis at first. Crawford a very late swing, down 1-2.
Has been late on a couple of fastballs by Morrow. Saw those numbers with the bases loaded because one of those hits this year was that grand slam over this past weekend at Fenway Park.
Swing and a miss. Stayed with the fastball, elevated it a tad. And Crawford chases it. Second strikeout from Morrow, 2 down.
Now Crawford was late on all 3 fastballs thrown by Morrow. I mentioned that fastball, 95 miles an hour. That's what it's consistently been. And throws 3 by Crawford to pick up a big out here in the first inning.
Carl's got some tough numbers against Morrow. He is 1 for 14 now with 5 strikeouts against Brandon Morrow. He just got him again. So 2 down here in the first inning. And brings up Marco Scutaro. In there for strike 1 to Scutaro. He is 6 for 9 in the series against Toronto. Overall numbers at 282, 5 home runs, 39 runs batted in, but 6 for 9 in the series. He was 4 for 5 in the ball game last night. And reached base 5 out of 6 plate appearances last night. Takes ball 1 and evens it count at 1-1. Riding a 6-game hitting streak, 11 for his last 26. That's strike 2. Scutaro looking back at Jeff Kellogg.
I don't think Scutaro's been crazy about either one of the strike calls on him so far. But again, a good pitch right at the bottom of the strike zone.
He in the dirt and corralled by Aaron Sebia, 2-2. Morrow calls Aaron Sebia out to talk to him. Last year, Morrow a 10-game winner, was 10-7 his first year in Toronto after the trade from Seattle. 26 starts. Tonight marks his 26th start of this year, and he's came under 500 individually at 9-10. 2-2 pitch. Scutaro grounds it back up the middle into center field, a base hit. Pedroia scores from third. Here comes Adrian Gonzalez. Throw is cut off. Adrian will score, but out at third base is Kevin Youkilis. The run will count. 2 of them come in, and the Red Sox take a 3-0 lead. Take a 3-0 advantage to the bottom of the first inning, and the scoring continues for the Red Sox, picking up where they left off last night, and Marco continues to get it done as Tim Wakefield's ready to work to Yanel Escobar leads it off here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll drop in there for strike 1. Wakefield coming in at an even 6-6 into his 20th start of the year, 30th appearance overall, 4.95 earned run average. One sitting at 269 against Wakefield. His last start against Texas, a no decision. In 4 innings, giving up 3 hits and no runs. He's actually in relief as he struck out 3. Starting pitcher brought to you by McDonald's. This one floats away. It is 2-1. Drop down and in, and it is 3-1. Edge off the top. Escobar, great numbers against Tim Wakefield. Comes in hitting at .545. And he'll take the walk to get it started here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Toronto Blue Jays starting nine. Yanel Escobar, the shortstop, leading it off with Eric Thames in left. Jose Bautista is the DH tonight with Edwin Encarnacion at first base. Kelly Johnson is at second base. Brett Laurie down at third base, bat sixth. Adam Lowen, the former pitcher, is now an outfielder, is in right field. With J.P. Arancibia doing the catching. And Mike McCoy at center field, bats ninth. In there for strike one to Eric Thames. Thames at .269, 9 homers and 30 runs batted in. That's in there for another strike. 0-2. Thames 0 for 4 in the ball game last night, and right now 0 for his last 10 at the plate. Swings at the 0-2 and grounds it towards second. Pedroia will flip to second for one. That's all they'll get. Not hit terribly hard, and Thames gets down the line well. They get Escobar at second.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. They are third in the American League. Kevin Youkilis at third base, Marco Scudero the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Josh Reddick, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Tim Wakefield.
1 out, 1 on. Jose Bautista the batter. Not playing defensively tonight. He's got the DH spot for the Jays. This was a nice play by Saltalamacchia in the backhand.
Yeah, that ball was about by Saltalamacchia, and he's able to pick it like a first baseman. And why not? He's got that first baseman's bid on to catch Wakefield. Wakefield paying attention to Thames at first base. Thames with a couple of steals on the season. Has not been caught.
This is a bounce in. Saltalamacchia knocks it down. Thames going to try it, but it's thrown away. Pedroia couldn't pick the low throw. As Thames takes second base on what's ruled a wild pitch.
Now, I think a good throw there by Saltalamacchia would have had Thames at second base, but the throw sails. Did a nice job blocking the ball, picking it up, and making the throw, but the throw's going to sail inside Pedroia, and it's going to allow Thames to be safe at second. If that throw's on target, they have him at second base. Got a very late break at first base on that.
So Thames at second with one away as Bautista takes ball 3. Real 440 home runs, 92 runs batted in. There's ball 4 as he heads down to first base. Or did he? No, he did. Wakefield wanted to know where it was. .111 walks now for Bautista. He's down to first base. Second walk given up in the inning by Tim Wakefield. So 2 on, 1 away, and Edwin Encarnacion the batter. 274 with 15 homers, 44 runs batted in. This will get behind Saltalamacchia, and the runners take off easily. Moving up, it is Thames to third, Bautista to second.
That knuckleball's really got to be dancing because it's been tough for Saltalamacchia here in the first inning. They charge Saltalamacchia with a pass ball this time.
miss in the dirt. And it is now 3-1. Field straight away on Encarnacion. Lifts it in the air to right field. Reddick has it sized up. He will make the catch as Thames tags. Throw goes to third base. And scoring the Blue Jays' first run of the night is Eric Thames. Sac fly for Encarnacion.
It looked like that Reddick was getting himself in position to make an attempt at home, but then decided not to do that. Went to the cutoff man at shortstop. So the Blue Jays pick up their first run of the ball game.
So 1 out. Batista is at 2 outs. Batista's at second base, and Billy Johnson, the batter. That'll drop in there for strike 1. .277, 2 homers and 4 runs batted in for Johnson. He's coming over here to the Jays. Overall, he has 20 home runs on the year, 53 runs batted in.
Number of strikeouts is very high, 145 strikeouts on the season.
Strike 2, 2-2. Blue Jays getting a run here without the benefit of a hit in the first inning. 4 walks, a wild pitch, pass ball mixed in, then the sac fly. Down low, full count. 22 pitches already for Tim here in the first inning. Laurie waiting on deck as the Jays bat in the first. And a swing and a miss as Johnson strikes out to end the inning. Blue Jays get a run. It's 3-1 Red Sox at the end of 1. 3-1 Red Sox on top of the Jays as Josh Reddick leads it off here in the second inning. And takes strike 1. Reddick at .295, 7 home runs, 27 runs batted in. The start in right field tonight for Reddick. It's in there for strike 2. Temperature gauge now for Reddick at 93. Temperature gauge developed by Baseball Info Solutions and Bill James. 1-2 grounded foul over by the Red Sox dugout. Reddick now, Saltalamacchia, then Ellsbury expected here in the second inning. Brendan Morrow giving up 3 runs in the first. Striking out is Reddick. Third strikeout for Morrow. Fastball up and away, and Reddick chases it for out number 1.
Well, 3 strikeouts so far for Morrow. A curveball, a fastball, and a fastball again up and away from Josh Reddick. Probably out of the strike zone, but Reddick chases it.
So one down here in the second inning for Jared Saltalamacchia. It's a .250, 15 homers and 50 runs batted in. It's now 1 for 5 in the series. Outside, it's 2-0. 30 pitches now for Brandon Morrow. To throw 23 first inning pitches. There's one out here in the second inning. This is a strike over the outside corner. 2-1. Fifth start behind the plate for Saltalamacchia tonight. This is towards left center field. McCoy on the run will dive and make the catch. Nice play by Mike McCoy, the center fielder. Looked like that was headed to the gap, but he makes the diving catch out there in left center for the second out of the inning.
Outstanding defensive play by Mike McCoy in center field. This ball from Saltalamacchia sailing away from him. You see the tail on it. He goes into the dive and hits that carpet and able to hold on to the baseball. Nice play by McCoy. Takes extra bases away from Saltalamacchia.
So 2 down here in the second inning. As Jacoby Ellsbury bats, he singled in the first inning. Falling behind 2-0. Fouled off. 2-1. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. Ellsbury takes ball 3, 3-1. Ball has not yet walked a batter. He hit 2 in the first inning. There's 3 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3 as he brings the 3-1. That's in there for strike. Full count. Ellsbury to left. Thames is there, and he makes the catch. He was defensively lined perfectly. It's a 1-2-3 second and a 3-1 Red Sox lead. Three to 1 Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. We head to the bottom of the second inning. And it is Brett Lawrie leads it off here for the Jays. Lawrie, Lowen, and Aaron Sebia expected to bat here in the inning. This is sharply hitting to left. A base hit for Lawrie. Leadoff single and the first hit of the night for the Blue Jays.
And the second time tonight, the Blue Jays have had the leadoff man on against Wakefield. A walk back in the first inning. Now the base hit by Lawrie. A knuckleball that stays up in the zone. And Lawrie lines to left field for the base hit.
Well, Adam Lowen stands in, and another special story this year for the Blue Jays. And Lowen has never appeared in a major league game as a position player until tonight. 35 major league games. That was as a pitcher. Saw him with the Orioles and now here with the Jays. Here are his numbers in the minor leagues. So the first and back is Lawrie.
Very strange, and you get your first major league start against a knuckleball pitcher.
He was second in the PCL in doubles with 46. Second in extra base hits with 67. There's a pitch in there for strike, and it's 0-2. Last time he appeared in a major league game, July 6th of 08. That was against the Texas Rangers. Here are his numbers as a pitcher. Got a miss inside. It's 1-2. We saw Ron Mayhew go the other direction from being an outfielder to a pitcher.
Right. You don't see this very often, do you? Rick Ankiel comes to mind from St. Louis.
Runner goes low and swings and lifts a fly ball to short left. Crawford a late break, but plenty of speed to recover and hangs up for him as he makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Red Sox baseball in NESN brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. Beautiful city of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Last visit of the year for the Red Sox north of the border. On top tonight, 3-1 as the Jays bat in their half of the second. Field trying to keep Laurie close at first base.
Laurie with 5 steals on the season, has not been caught yet.
Nothing doing at first base. Laurie remains at first. JP Arancibia hitting at .219, 20 homers and 66 runs batted in. Arancibia getting the start last night as well. It's a high fly ball out to deep left center field. Ellsbury going back at the wall. That ball is gone. A 2-run home run for JP Arancibia, and just like that, the Blue Jays tie the score 3-3.
Now that is the first hit that Arancibia has ever had against Tim Wakefield. Gets a knuckleball to the outside part of the plate, hooks it, and gets it out of the ballpark for the home run. Number 21 on the season for Arancibia.
It's been a very good second half. 30 RBIs in the second half in 41 games. JP Arancibia, rookie catcher, who ties this game now 3-3. Mike McCoy, a nice defensive play last inning in center field. Takes strike one to even the count at 1-1. This will kick off Saltalamacchia for ball 2. Arancibia, his 21st home run of the year. That's the most by a Blue Jays catcher in a single season. Here's a bunt bid down the first baseline, and Gonzalez will try to tag him, and he got him. First play, slapping him on him on the way by.
Very nice play there by Adrian Gonzalez. Ball very close to the line as McCoy's running down that first base line. And you'll see rushing the ball right now is Gonzalez. Scoop, swipe tag, gets a piece of him, and gets the out at first base. Had to reach across his body, being a left-handed first baseman, to make the tag.
2 down as Yunel Escobar takes strike one. Escobar walked in the first inning, one of 2 walks given up by Wakefield, both coming in the first inning. So Wakefield gives up a run in the first, so far 2 in the second. Escobar went around, according to Eric Cooper. 1-2. Visit your local Lowe's to enter for a chance to win a VIP World Series experience. Compliments of Scott's. Almost hit Escobar and a pitch in. 2-2. th pitch for Tim Wakefield. Eric Thames waiting on deck. Blue Jays going second time through now against Tim Wakefield. Full count to Yanel Escobar. An Atlanta Brave who leads off here for the Toronto Blue Jays. In the air to right field. Josh Reddick makes his way in and puts it away to end the second inning. But a 2-run home run for J.P. Arancibia has tied this game at 3. Third inning back at the Rogers Center in Toronto. Game tied 3-3 now. As Dustin Pedroia leads it off, Adrian Gonzalez and David Ortiz expected here in the third inning. Brandon Morrow, who'd given up 3 runs in the first inning to the Red Sox. His offense helps him out as Pedroia pops it up into shallow left center. The shortstop, Escobar, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So we send it down to Heidi.
Don, with 7 shutout innings last night, John Lester won his 15th game of the season. It's his 4th straight season that he's done that. And while those numbers are nice, Lester said that doesn't matter to him. What matters to him is being healthy come the postseason.
You know, come playoffs, it doesn't matter. You know, the slate's clean. You're starting over. You know, nobody has an ERA or a batting average. So, you know, come that time, what you did during the regular season doesn't matter. You know, you're playing for the real deal, and you know, like I said, that's the time to get on the roll.
Now, being on a nice run come October is pretty helpful as well. Lester certainly is on one. He's given up just 1 run or less in each of his last 5 starts. That matches Lefty Grove in 1936 for the longest such streak by a Red Sox lefty. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. J.P. Arancibia is doing it all right now. He hits a home run to tie the game and running a long way to make that catch and foul ground for the second out.
Yeah, he's looking for some help from his third baseman, Laurie, but Laurie was pulled way over and did not have a chance to get to it, so it had to be Arancibia. You see, Laurie's at shortstop. He can't get there, so it's Arancibia that has to make the play.
Two down for David Ortiz. David takes strike 1. He struck out in the first inning. One of 3 strikeouts for Brandon Morrow. It's in there too, and it's 0-2. Blue Jays in the shift on the right side. Third baseman Brett Laurie and short right field. Leave the shortstop Escobar on the left side. Remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. 2 down in the third inning as David Ortiz is down on the count 1-2. Breaking ball missing outside. It's 2-2. Kevin Youkilis on deck. There are 2 outs here in the third inning.
Tried to get him on that same pitch he got him on last time, that breaking ball down and in, but that time Ortiz staying off it.
Second full count for Brandon Morrow. Struck out Ortiz in the first inning. Now ready with the 3-2 pitch. In the air to right field. Back goes low and onto the track to make the catch in front of the wall. Red Sox go in order in the top of the third inning. Game tied at 3. Cash prizes, official Red Sox gear, and chances to win up to $25,000 from the field at Fenway Park. It's the season's first perfect game. Visit masslottery.com. We head now to the bottom of the third inning back at the Rogers Center in Toronto. Game tied 3-3. Eric Thames leading it off. The Jays left fielder who takes strike one from Tim Wakefield. Thames reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Came around to score the Blue Jays' first run. And gets hit in the back. Tim Wakefield hitting Eric Thames, who heads down to first base.
And Wakefield's knuckleball acting like a curveball this time, going inside to Thames and gets a piece of him.
What will happen when BU and BC move their historic rivalry from the hockey rink to the classroom? Find out tomorrow night after Red Sox coverage on AT&T School, Nesson's college face-off. Visit nesson.com/school to learn more. As this one gets away, and taking second base is Eric Thames.
Probably go as a wild pitch here against Wakefield. Gets away from Saltalamacchia. Thames in the scoring position with nobody out.
It is a wild pitch charged to Wakefield. There's a pitch in the dirt to Bautista. Makes it 2-0. Line down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Jumps up into the seats. It'll be a ground rule double. And the run will score as they give Bautista second base. The Toronto Blue Jays take a 4-3 lead. Bautista's been quiet in this series. He's got a double here to drive in the go-ahead run.
And just in fair territory, the knuckleball inside and hooked by Bautista, and just in fair territory as Tim Timmons makes the call down that third base line. So the Red Sox lead has evaporated and gone away.
This is now laced foul. Encarnacion with a sac fly in the first inning, picked up his 45th RBI of the year.
Down in that school last night, Northeastern and Maine hooked up.
And Northeastern lost. Maine beat Northeastern. They'll face the winner of BCBU in the second round now. So the Huskies went down. Infield bluffing off the backside, no throw. Pop up. Adrian Gonzalez puts it away for the first out of the inning. So one down, and Kelly Johnson coming up. Infield wants a new baseball. Well, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Fenway Park, get your name into the history of America's most beloved ballpark by getting a personalized commemorative brick. Your unique message will be engraved onto a brick that will be placed inside the ballpark concourses at Gate B or Gate C. Also receive a free replica of the brick with a custom case to proudly display in your home or office. Visit redsox.com/bricks to get your brick today. One out, Jose Bautista at second base. And Kelly Johnson, the count of 1-0. That'll miss. 2-1. Giving up a run in every inning, at least one. He gave up a run in the first, two in the second, one so far here in the third, and now trails 4-3 at a 3-0 advantage. 2-1 is hit high and deep to right, down the line towards the pole, and that ball is foul. Kelly Johnson making a bid for his 21st home run of the year. Foul ball down the right field line.
And didn't miss it by very much. Hooked down that right field line for a while. Looked like it was going to stay in fair territory, but as you can see, just in foul territory.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Wakefield comes back to get him. It's the second strikeout for Wakefield. Both strikeouts are Kelly Johnson.
Yeah, that's 147 strikeouts now on the season for Kelly Johnson. Has the ability to hit the long ball, but certainly does strike out a lot.
So 2 down. Batista still at second base. Brett Laurie, the batter, singled to left field in the second inning. This inside, it's 2-0. 30 games for Laurie since making his major league debut on August 5th, leading all rookies in the majors during that time. 4 triples, 8 home runs, .670 slugging percentage. Pitch for a strike over the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Leads all rookies in extra base hits during that time as well, at 19. In fact, he's got 35 hits now in the big leagues, and 19 gone for extra bases. For third goes Batista, no throw.
Now Batista had a running lead at second base, and unfortunately Wakefield didn't make one more look to second. Had he done that, he could have stepped off and had him by a bunch. There's the running lead. And not even a throw by Saltalamacchia. Had no chance at all of getting him.
Two down, 90 feet away is Batista. His pitch is outside to Lowen. Lowen flied out to left field in the second inning. Left to third, a throw to first, and back is Laurie. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Lowen, his first major league game as an outfielder. His second major league at bat, as on third base is Batista, at first base is Laurie. Swing and a miss. The throw down and heading for the plate is Batista. Throw will be late. Batista has to go back and touch the plate. He does, and Laurie takes third. A double steal here for the Blue Jays. They throw down to second, and Batista takes and scores the 5th Blue Jays run.
Well, the old double steal pulled off here by the Blue Jays. Once the throw gets by the pitcher, that's when Batista takes off. The throw from Scudero is going to be off target. Batista missed home plate, comes back and re-tags it.
An error charge to Scudero that gets Laurie to third base. And Lowen will strike out to end the inning, but the Jays tack on 2 more to take a 5-3 lead. Kevin Youkilis leading it off here for the Red Sox, who now trail by 2 runs. Blue Jays on top 5-3. Youkilis is second at bat of the night. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. That's now 6 in a row retired by Brandon Morrow after giving up the 3 runs in the first inning. 1-2-3 second, a 1-2-3 third. Starts to settle in and jumps ahead now 1-2. Nicholas didn't think so. Even 50 pitches right now for Morrow. 19 balls, 31 strikes so far for the Blue Jays starter. And tight 2-2. Morrow's lost 3 straight starts. In the air to right field, sending Lowen back. He will get there to make the catch. First out of the 4th inning. Well, it's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. And the question is, what is the Red Sox team record for most doubles in a single game? That's for you a little bit later. Marco Scutaro had a big night last night for the Red Sox. Scutaro with 3 doubles in the game last night as Carl Crawford stands in and takes strike 1. Crawford struck out swinging in the 1st inning, one of 3 strikeouts so far for Brandon Morrow. Slaps it foul and is down 0-2. Foul again, and it's still 0-2 to Crawford.
Mentioned the first time up, Don Carl facing a guy that he's had literally no success against, 1 for 14, including tonight. A little bit late on that fastball again, fouling it off to the third base side.
The 0-2 pitch goes to the breaking ball and misses with that outside. 1-2. Line down the right field line. It is a fair ball into the corner. As Crawford heads for second base, Lowen will dig it out. Crawford with a double with 1 out here in the 4th inning. Breaks up a string of 7 in a row. Retired by Morrow.
Now that time he gets to the fastball, and it's a fastball that's inside. They want to go inside. They get the pitch inside, but Crawford top spins it down that right field line for the 1 out double. Kyle was thinking about 3 bases, but held up by Tim Bogar at second base. The wise choice.
Safe at second. Safe and secure. New York life. 4th double in the last 7 games for Carl Crawford, who's at second base with 1 out here in the 4th inning. And Marco Scutaro's been red hot. Stands in. Scutaro with a 2-run single in the 1st inning. Now 7 for 10 in the series. As he takes ball 1. The temperature gauge on him should be very good and is 97 degrees entering tonight.
The last 7 games, 11 for 26 for Scutaro, 7 RBI.
Taking into consideration 50% of the temperature gauge calculated using the hitter's last 3 to 4 games. And he has been on fire. 1-0 is outside. 2-0. '60th pitch for Morrow, and that is inside. 3-0. Runs driven in for Marco in the 1st inning. His 40th and 41st RBIs of the year. Taking on the 3-0, and it's right down the middle. 3-1. Scudero returning to the Rogers Center, and this year he is 13 for 20 in his old home ballpark, as he'll take the walk this time with 1 out. First walk given up by Morrow. What is Boston's greatest sports moment? Now is your chance to help us find out. Visit NESN.com/Nissan to vote for Boston's greatest sports moment, presented by your New England Nissan dealers. One down in the 4th inning. Runners at first and second. And Josh Reddick, the batter, he struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. One of 3 Ks for Brandon Morrow so far. As all of a sudden the Red Sox have 2 on with 1 out. Reddick takes strike 1.
Escobar, the shortstop, dancing in back and forth behind Crawford at second base.
Ball and 2 strikes now to Josh Reddick. Starts the night hitting at .295 on the year. Crawford at second base, Scudero at first base, and 1 down here in the 4th inning. Red Sox had a 3-0 lead at one point tonight. Now trail 5-3 to the Blue Jays. The 1-2 in the air to center field. McCoy coming in. He won't get there. Drops down and will go to the left fielder. Thames trying to score as Crawford. He will. Throw goes to third, and that is not in time. Works out to be a double for Reddick. He's flared out to shallow left center, and on this artificial surface it popped up after landing, and Crawford scores, and it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, bounced up and took kind of a crazy bounce. You see it slicing away from McCoy in center field and got by him, and it's eventually played by Thames. And all this time while the runner's hanging out between the bases, Crawford scores. Scudero, who hesitated, goes to third base. He's safe, and Reddick gets into second base safely. So the Red Sox pick a run up and have 2 men in scoring position. On just really a bloop into short center field.
A good start to the month for Reddick. He's now 8 for 17 so far in September. Second and third, tying run 90 feet away with 1 out for Saltalamacchia. And a swing and a miss for Jarrett. Flied out to the center fielder Mike McCoy. A nice diving catch in the 2nd inning. Ball 2, 2-1. Morrow coming into this inning had retired 7 Red Sox in a row. A 1-out double by Crawford broke up that string. Scudero with a walk. An RBI double for Josh Reddick. It is 2nd and 3rd right now, with 1 out in the 4th inning. And a 2-1 pitch coming to Saltalamacchia. 70th pitch for Morrow. A foul ball off to the left.
It's time now for the Coors Light Cold Hot Blast. And in the ball game last night, Jared Saltalamacchia picking up his 15th home run of the season. Batting from the right side of the plate, Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
This is his 5th home run against left-handed pitching. Swing and a miss. That one's by him. It is the 4th strikeout for Morrow. And there's 2 down here in the 4th inning.
Now 3 of the 4 strikeouts tonight have come on the fastball from Brandon Morrow. After off-speed pitches early in the count, goes to the hard stuff late in the count to pick up the strikeout.
So 2 down, 2nd and 3rd, and Jacoby Ellsbury standing in. He singled in the 1st inning and scored. Lined out to left field in the 2nd inning. Getting his 3rd look of the night at Brandon Morrow. In the air to right field, struck well. Back goes low and looking up, and it is gone. Jacoby Ellsbury with a 3-run home run puts the Red Sox on top 7-5. Ellsbury with his 25th home run of the year.
And there was no doubt about that one. A fastball middle of the plate on the very first pitch from Morrow, and Ellsbury takes it very deep. Picks up his 86th, 7th, and 8th RBI also on this 25th home run.
He's had 14 home runs since the All-Star break in 49 games. Pedroia stands in and takes strike 1. Hess and Hess Express, proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Ellsbury with his 25th home run of the year. Red Sox had a 3-0 lead, then trailed 5-3, but now lead it 7-5.
In 15 games this year against Toronto, Jacoby's got 13 RBIs.
And Wakefield's got a lead again. He grounds it foul, evens the count at 2-2. Dustin with a single in the 1st inning. He popped out to short in the 3rd, a 1-for-2 night. Two is fouled off. Brandon Morrow struggles against the Red Sox. He's had a tough year. 13.85 his earned run average now against Boston. Gives up 7 so far in this contest. Even now 3-2.
Does not consistently throw his breaking ball for strikes, so I mean you can sometimes eliminate that and just sit on his fastballs.
The Sox have hit at .368 against him. And a ground ball to shortstop. Escobar plays it on the backhand. Goes out Pedroia to end the inning, but the Red Sox score 4 times, including 3-run blast for Jacoby Ellsbury. Boston on top 7-5. 3-run home run for Jacoby Ellsbury in a 7-5 Red Sox lead. As we play on to the bottom of the 4th inning, Tim Wakefield's got a 2-run lead now. And dealing with JP Arancibia. Hit a 2-run home run the last time Tim Wakefield had a 2-run lead. And Sebia tied the game 3-3 in the second inning. His 21st home run of the year. Now a high fly ball to left field. This will stay in the yard. Crawford will get back there to make the catch. Towards the end of the bat for Aaron Sebia, 1 down. It's time now for the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. What is the Red Sox team record for doubles in a game? And the answer is 12. Did that against the Detroit Tigers back on July 29th in 1990 at Tiger Stadium. Wade Boggs led the way that day with 3 doubles in Boston's 13-3 win. 7 different Red Sox had a double and 4 had at least 2. 12 doubles is tied for the American League record. Last night, Red Sox had 9 doubles, including 3 from Marco Scutaro. The 1 pitch is in the air to right field. Reddick coming in, and there's 2 down in the 4th inning. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Two down in the 4th inning for Yunel Escobar. Walked in the first, flied out to right in the second inning. Escobar with a swing and a miss, 1-2. Escobar, his first 4 seasons in the majors with the Atlanta Braves. Takes ball 2, 2-2. He's acquired from Atlanta. Appeared in 60 games last year with Toronto, hitting at .275. Escobar, born in Havana, Cuba, resides in Miami, Florida during the offseason. 3-2 is to right field. Reddick is back there and puts it away. 3 fly ball outs in a 1-2-3 4th inning for Tim Wakefield. 7-5, Red Sox on top. By donating $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in eastern Massachusetts. 7-5, Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. Adrian Gonzalez, David Ortiz, and Kevin Youkilis featured here in the 5th inning against Brandon Morrow. Red Sox getting 4 runs in the 4th inning to take a 7-5 lead. Adrian tonight has been hit by a pitch and is fouled out to the catcher, Aaron Sebia. Pitching line brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. Brandon Morrow, 4+, 6 hits, 7 runs. His 81st pitch misses outside, 1-1.
A good changeup that time for Morrow. There have not been too many of those that have gone for strikes tonight. That ball tailing down and away from Adrian Gonzalez. Tries it again, but really slowed up his windup on that one. Kind of gave it away.
Trying to come in on Adrian. And Gonzalez fouls it off, 2-2. David Ortiz waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the top half of the 5th inning. Ball 3, full count. Morrow has walked 1 so far, struck out 4. 5th 3-ball count, 4th full count for Morrow tonight. And pitch count rising here, dealing with Adrian Gonzalez to begin the 5th. Swing and a miss, strikes out Adrian. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 5th strikeout for Morrow, 1 down.
Yeah, he actually wanted to go to the outside part of the plate with the fastball that time, but it stays inside, but still effective against Gonzalez. As Arancibia reaches across to make the catch.
1 down in the 5th. And brings up David Ortiz, who struck out in the 1st inning. Flat out to right in the 3rd. He is 0 for 2. Laurie in short right field, 3rd baseman. The Blue Jays out there in right. You stack it up. And Ortiz will hit this high and deep to right. David Ortiz with a long home run, his 29th of the year. Absolute blast for Big Papi. And the Red Sox take an 8-5 lead.
Now David Ortiz picking up number 29, RBI number 92 on the season with a blast to right field. See him give a little wink to a fan on the way back to the dugout. Some guy must have been getting all over him on the on-deck circle because Ortiz was having a conversation with him.
It's Crawford. There for a strike, and it was 1-1. Wow, that was an absolute blast.
Yeah, certainly was.
Youkilis hit by a pitch tonight. He's lined out to right as he takes a pitch from a ball, and it's 2-1. Hess and Hess Express, proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. Three and one now to Youkilis with 1 out in the 5th inning. '29 career home runs at the Rogers Center now for David Ortiz.
You better check your talk back down. I don't think it's working. Now it is.
Okay. Three-two is softly lined into right field. Youkilis is aboard with 1 out, his first hit of the night.
Now Youkilis came into the game only 1 for 10 against Brandon Morrow, but picks up the base hit here. He's 1 for 2. Got hit by a pitch first time up. It's a breaking ball. It didn't do very much. They stay it up in the zone, and Youkilis takes it to the opposite field.
Well, John Farrell coming out. as Brandon Morrow gives up 8 runs in 4 1/3 innings. 13.83 ERA against the Red Sox this season as he heads off. Pitching change from Toronto. Red Sox have an 8-5 lead. Life Financial with Randy Scott. Get the latest news from the Patriots' opening day nears, plus details of a plane carrying a Russian hockey team that crashed earlier today, claiming the lives of at least 43 people, including former Bruin Brad McCrimmon, who is the new coach of the team. Reaction from a shocked hockey world is coming up after our Red Sox coverage tonight. One down here in the 5th inning. Kevin Youkilis at first base. Red Sox on top 8-5. Carl Crawford the batter. He takes strike 1. The pitcher, as his call to the bullpen, is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. Is Carlos Villanueva. 29th appearance, 6-3, 4.14 earned run average. Even 100 innings, 64 Ks.
Second time we have seen him in this series against the Red Sox.
Crawford struck out in the first, doubled, and scored in the 4th inning. Brandon Morrow still responsible for Youkilis, who's at first base. He's charged with 8 runs in 4 1/3 innings so far on 8 hits. Walked a batter, struck out 5. 2-1 is a swing and a miss. Full count now to Crawford. Villanueva, who pitched in the first game of the series. For an inning, giving up a hit and a walk. As Marco Scutaro waits on deck with 1 out here in the 5th. Down the left field line, out of play. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. 1 out in the 5th. Red Sox on top 8-5. Ball 4, and he loses Crawford. So Villanueva walks the first batter he faces coming into the game. Red Sox have 2 on with 1 away. Don't miss the best radio tandem in Boston with interviews from the likes of Tom Brady, Boomer Esiason, and Jerry Remy. It's Dennis and Callahan, weekdays at 6 a.m. right here on Nesson and across the WEEI Sports Radio Network. Everything go well today, Jerry?
Fine. Everything was pretty good today. Not bad. Not bad for an early start. Got up early. I had a cup of coffee, ready to go. I think my segment was on Nesson today.
Marco Scutaro has been aboard twice tonight, a single in the first, a walk in the 4th. And scored a run in the 4th inning. here to center field as McCoy, the center fielder, settles underneath and makes the catch for the second out of this 5th inning. Advance for the base runners. First time Scudero has been retired tonight. So first and second, 2 down, and Josh Reddick coming up. He struck out in the second. He doubled to drive in a run in the 4th inning. Swinging a foul, 1-1. Euclid at second base, Crawford at first base, 2 down in the 5th. Comes Aaron Sebia, but that is backing out of play. Eighth game of the season for the Red Sox here at the Rogers Center, and they have put together 66 runs here at the Rogers Center, 8 so far tonight.
And certainly giving Tim Wakefield a very good opportunity for number 200.
Swing and a miss. Reddick down on strikes. Villanueva gets out of any further trouble. Red Sox out a run, take an 8-5 lead. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. The CN Tower in beautiful downtown Toronto. As the Red Sox have an 8-5 lead, a 20-minute wait for Tim Wakefield. Eric Thames here in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading off for Toronto. He's reached on a fielder's choice and been hit by a pitch. They scored 2 runs as he fouls it off. Wakefield had a 1-2-3 4th inning, his first 1-2-3 inning of his outing. In fact, the first inning the Blue Jays did not score. It was the 4th inning. This one fouled off, 2-2.
Wakefield mixing in a few more fastballs in this game tonight. Fastball on that last pitch to Thames.
Back to the knuckleball, and he misses outside. Full count. 80 total pitches, 43 strikes for Tim Wakefield. Fly ball to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury over now into left center. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning and send it down to Heidi.
On this series against the Red Sox is Jays manager John Farrell's first games back since he was taken out of the Rogers Center on a stretcher nearly 2 weeks ago with a really bad case of pneumonia. Now, during his absence, the Jays lost 7 of 10 games, including being swept by the Yankees over the weekend. I asked Farrell what has been the problem with his team.
It's come down from consistency on the mound. I think we've scored enough runs in most cases, but it's been a situation where either the starter on a given night hasn't set the tone or created some stability, or where we've turned a lead over late to the bullpen where certain pitches haven't been made in some key spots. So having been a former pitcher, I'm always going to look to the mound as the reason why any kind of consistency isn't there.
Pitching was obviously a problem in last night's 14-0 Red Sox win, but the Jays only scored 1 run over 20 innings the first 2 games against the Red Sox. They've scored 5 off Tim Wakefield today, and you may remember the last time the Sox were here, they swept the Jays in 3 games, outscoring them 35-6 in that series. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Hit by a pitch is Jose Bautista.
Well, the fans here in Toronto didn't like that, but of course that's the knuckleball from Wakefield that hit Bautista.
5th time he's been hit by a pitch this season. So 1 out and 1 on. We heard John Farrell talking about the inconsistency of pitching. Well, the starters, those 2 games, have given up 16 runs. There's a swing and a miss. Look out. Bat goes flying into the seats.
As far as a bat toss contest, that falls short of the one Josh Hamilton threw in Boston last week. But that still was a pretty good heave.
One will miss inside, and it's 1-1 to Encarnacion. Sack fly in the first. He popped out in the third. The I form is 45th of the year. Back in the first inning. Popped up, foul ground. Adrian Gonzalez going as far as he can. Has room and makes the play. 2 down in the 5th. I'll remind you to join us tomorrow night at 6 for Red Sox first pitch, driven by your New England Acura dealers with TC, Eck, and Heidi. And preview the series finale against the Jays, and also welcome Bill Lee into the studio. Plus, the Boston Globe's Pete Abraham will have the latest news and notes from around the majors. That and much more tomorrow night at 6, only on NESN. And first to a 2-way, Kelly Johnson's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Johnson has 2 of the 3 strikeouts Tim Wakefield has in the game. Wakefield falling behind now, 3-0. Runner goes on the 3-0. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is in time. Saltalamacchia guns down Bautista. And that's the 5th inning. It is 8-5. Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. Trying to make history tonight. Tim Wakefield has got an 8-5 done tonight. And Wakefield had 92 pitches through 5 innings, and Wakefield hoping the bullpen can help him out in his quest for 200. Jared Saltalamacchia leading it off here in the top half of the 6th inning. Jared 0 for 2. Flied out to center and struck out in the 4th. Take strike 1 as the pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. Wakefield 5 innings, 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 of the 5 are earned. He walked 3, struck out 3, and threw 92 pitches. Saltalamacchia has flied out, struck out, and is down on the count 0-2. The 0-2 is in the dirt, 1-2. In the air to center field, Mike McCoy will move over and make the catch for the first out of the inning. So one down in the 6th inning, and Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. Jacoby with 2 hits, single in the first, and 3-run home run in the 4th inning. Jacoby is 25th home run of the year. Drop in there for strike 1. Frank Morales is warming in the Red Sox pen.
A couple of lefties due up next inning for the Blue Jays. 2 out of the 3 expected hitters.
That's in there for strike 2. 0-2 now to Ellsbury. Villanueva came into the game in the 5th inning. Runner at second and 1 out, and walked first batter he faced, but then he got Scutaro to fly out. Reddick to strike out, got out of the 5th inning. Is 1 out here in the 6th. 1-2 to Ellsbury, bounces in, 2-2. There is action behind him as Jesse Litch is warming in the pen now for the Jays. This former starter has been working out of the bullpen. Two is grounded foul. Pedroia waiting on deck with 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Lined into left center field. A base hit for Ellsbury. His 3rd hit of the night. A 1-out single. Time for a game break. And Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Yeah, tough stretch here for the Yankees. We get back to the hotel last night, and they were just getting underway in New York. And, of course, that game finishing last night a little bit after 2, and right back at it again today.
Yeah, playing an afternoon game today, play tomorrow in Baltimore, then head to the West Coast.
The luxury of having the 40-man roster and expanding here for September. They had 8 different players in the game today that did not appear in the game the night before, so they were able to switch it up pretty good for the day game today.
Yeah, I think the only guy that started for the Yankees was Nick Swisher, that played in the game last night. What do you think about the 40-man roster, Don?
I hate it.
I don't like it.
You play under one set of rules for 5 months.
I agree.
And then you switch it all up for 1 month, and then you go back to the rules you started with for the postseason.
Makes no sense at all to me. It seems like it should be 25 right through.
Different suggestions as to how you should use that. I mean, if you take like they do in hockey and they have the healthy scratches, and you got to name your 25 for that night, it may change things. It just seems to have all those extra guys. Your availability for 1 month does not seem right.
It doesn't. I agree with you. I don't agree with the rule at all. I never did. You know, even as a player, you need to get called up on the 40-man roster at the end of the season. Yes, it's an honor, but when you're with a team like this, you're not going to get much playing time, obviously, because you're trying to win a pennant.
Tight snap throw to first, and Ellsbury is back safely. Encarnacion slapping the tag on him, but he was back.
Arancibia gets a ball that's up and in on Pedroia, tries a pick off at first base, but back with the head first slide is Ellsbury. Good count to run on it for Jacoby right now.
In there for strike two, 2-2.
Probably sorry he didn't go two because he had a nice slow curveball to work on.
Center fielder Mike McCoy over towards right center for Pedroia to go the other way as Ellsbury gains his lead. 2-2 pitch coming to Pedroia. There goes Ellsbury as Pedroia strikes out, throw down, and Ellsbury is out at second base. Strike him out, throw him out, double play that ends the top half of the sixth inning. 8-5, Red Sox on top. Go to the DunkinDonuts.com/caught cold to learn more. There is no purchase necessary, and it's open to legal residents of Massachusetts or New Hampshire, aged 18 or older. For a full set of official rules, visit DunkinDonuts.com. 8-5, Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. We head to the home half of the sixth inning. And after 5 innings from Tim Wakefield tonight, it is Franklin Morales who comes into the game for Boston. Lefty appears in his 29th game, 0-1 with a 3.65 earned run average. 24 2/3 innings. He has 24 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at .255 against Morales. Wakefield leaving after 5, giving up 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, walked 3, struck out 3, and in line for victory number 200. But he needs help from the pen, and it starts with Franklin Morales here in the 6th inning. There is action in the Red Sox pen as Dan Wheeler is warming up.
Playing over for the Blue Jays, second baseman number 2, Kelly Johnson.
Franklin Morales giving up a solo home run, hitting in a third on Saturday against Texas. We've gone 10 straight scoreless outings. As Kelly Johnson leads it off here in the 6th inning. He was batting last inning. Jose Bautista was caught trying to steal by Jared Saltalamacchia. Johnson's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. As he takes strike 1. Foul tipped into the catcher's mid, 0-2.
Very quickly ahead with a couple of fastballs is Morales.
Has held opponents scoreless in 22 of 26 outings. He's coming off the DL on June 28th. Swing and a miss, and Johnson strikes out again. Third time tonight. One down.
That time with the breaking ball, he started it with fastballs inside, then goes away with the hard slider to pick up a strikeout.
One out here in the 6th inning for Brett Lawrie. He singled in the 2nd inning, walked in the 3rd. And take strike one. Morales making his 29th appearance with the Red Sox since coming over from Colorado on May 19th. Fouled off, and it's 0-2.
Sounded like a broken bat, but it's apparently not.
Back up the middle and into center field. A base hit from Lawrie. His 2nd hit of the game. 3rd time that he has been on base.
Looked like a changeup that time for Morales. Shook off a couple of pitches from Saltalamacchia. Wanted to go with the off-speed pitch and back up the middle for the base hit. Goes Lawrie. So he's been on base 3 times, 2 hits, a walk, and a stolen base tonight.
1 out and 1 on. Adam Lowe in the batter. He was 0 for 2. He's flat out to left and struck out looking. Last time Lowen pitched in the majors, and he's made the transition from pitcher to position player. Outfielder was in 08. The Orioles, he was 0-2 in 7 games pitched in. Most major league action that he saw was his first year, which was 06 as a pitcher. He was 6-6 in 22 games, made 19 starts that year for the Orioles, and a 5.37 earned run average. Has worked his way back as a position player and gets hit on the elbow. So on base for the first time, and all of a sudden 2 on here with 1 out.
Fastball inside, gets him right off the left elbow, it looked like. And Lowen makes his way down to first base. Terry Francona makes his way to the mound.
Tying run will be coming to the plate when we come back to Toronto with the Red Sox on top 8-5.
Foxwoods has something for everyone. From hot pool parties to free concert series to dining and spa specials, Foxwoods is your summer hotspot. Visit foxwoods.com for details.
Back at the Rogers Center in Toronto, Red Sox have an 8-5 lead with 1 out, but the Blue Jays are threatening here in the bottom of the 6th inning. With 2 on, 1 away. New pitcher, 3rd of the night for the Red Sox, Dan Wheeler. His 47th appearance. He's 2-2, the 4.31 earned run average. He gave up a walk-off home run in the first game of this series to Brett Lawrie in the 11th inning on Monday. This game's only run, scoreless tie into the 11th. It's after giving up 3 runs in an inning and 2/3 on Saturday against Texas. So a couple of tough outings for him as JP Arancibia Stands in and takes ball one. Arencibia with the 2-run home run off Tim Wakefield in the second inning. He is 21st home run of the year. Flied out to left field in the fourth. He is 1 for 2. Tim Wakefield and the Red Sox had a 3-1 lead going into the second inning. Fred Laurie had singled, then J.P. Arencibia's 2-run shot tied the game 3-3 at the time. First home runs for Blue Jays catcher ever in a single season. A record for J.P. Arencibia. Fouls it off into the upper deck. Pinch hitter has come out on deck. Dwayne Wise pinch hit for Mike McCoy. The 2-1 pitch from Wheeler. We'll have to wait. Wheeler going off the backside. No throw. It's Laurie to return to the bag at second. Down the right field line, 2-2. Wheeler's allowed runs in 3 of his last 6 outings. Laurie at second, Lowen at first, 1 down. Seventh appearance for Dan Wheeler against the Blue Jays this season. He's faced 22 batters. He's given up only 1 hit. One hit the home run in game 1 of this series, the walk-off home run, but very good numbers for Wheeler against these Blue Jays this season. With a 2-2 pitch to Arencibia. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Arencibia. It's out number 2 of the 6th inning.
Now big strikeout for Wheeler as he goes up and in with the fastball to pick up the strikeout against Arencibia. Now have to deal with the left-handed hitter Wise, who is going to pinch hit.
Wise, a 136 hitter with a home run and 1 run batted in. He's 6 for 18 this season as a pinch hitter, 313 in his career as a pinch hitter. That includes 3 home runs. Remember the Chicago White Sox. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. Mike McCoy had been 0 for 2 in the game, grounding out and flying out. A nice defensive catch in center field. Jared Saltalamacchia earlier in the ball game. Fouled off to the left and out of play. 2-1. Orion low in the runners with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Wise in the air to left field. Crawford moves over and makes the catch that ends the inning. The Blue Jays strand a pair. We played 6. It is 8-5 Boston. The final game of the series, Sox will face the Jays. Ricky Romero. Some of the Red Sox will be happy to see him. 4 members of the Red Sox are hitting better than .400 against Romero in their careers. That includes Kevin Youkilis, who has 3 home runs against him. For his career, Romero is 2-6 against Boston with an ERA over 8. Nesson's live coverage begins at 6 p.m. with Red Sox first pitch. 7th inning back in Toronto, 8-5. Red Sox on top in the game. Dwayne Wise, who pitch hit for Mike McCoy, takes over for him in center field. Jays have a new pitcher, former starter Jesse Litch. 23rd appearance of the year, 5-3, 4.39 earned run average. Worked at 65 2/3, has 57 Ks. Opponents hitting at 239 against him. Allowed just 10 hits, 21 strikeouts in 19 in a 3rd innings pitch as a reliever. 14 games now as a reliever for Litch. Has given up 4 earned runs in his last 4 innings, however. Fouls it off and evens the count at 2-2. Jesse Litch, 27 years old. His best year as a starter was 2008. He won 13 games, 13-9 in 29 starts. Had Tommy John surgery. Two pitch in the dirt, full count. Saw his season come to an end on July 25th. Had surgery to fix a labral tear in his right hip. 3-2 is lined into right field for Adrian Gonzalez. That'll get down to the track of the wall as Gonzalez heads for second base and has got a double to begin things in the 7th inning.
Now 1 for 3 on a night for Gonzalez. Got hit by a pitch back in the 1st inning. Gets this breaking ball from Jesse Litch and pulls it down to the 328 mark. Like a cut fastball that time from Litch. And Gonzalez at second base with a leadoff double here in the 7th inning.
Safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life.
They'll probably put on David Ortiz right here with first base open. The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And number 29 for David Ortiz. Coming back in the 5th inning. A monster shot.
7th intentional walk of the season for Big Papi is all 3 of the intentional walk. Farrell not taking any chances with Big Papi. Put him on here. It'll be 1st and 2nd, nobody out. And Dave will head down to first base. Kevin Youkilis will be coming up. Kevin was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, lined out to right field in the 4th, and single to right in the 5th. When he was hit with a pitch in the 1st inning, came with the bases loaded. So Youkilis picked up his 80th RBI of the season. Went around, according to Eric Cooper.
Get a little better look from that angle, and from that angle it did look like Youkilis did go.
Called a strike this time, and it's 0-2.
They've been staying inside on Youkilis all night long. Once again, this two-seam fastball coming in on Youkilis.
Line down the third baseline, picked by Laurie, and he wins the race to the bag and fires across, not in time. Able to beat Gonzalez to third base for the out there. There's a force out, then he fired across trying to get Youkilis. One play by Laurie, picked down there at third base.
He just probably saved 2 runs for the Boston Red Sox by making that play. That ball was by him. Tags third, gets the lead runner, tries to throw to first base. No chance there, but if that ball gets by Laurie, you might be talking about 2 runs for the Red Sox. Instead, still first and second, but now 1 out.
Now Carl Crawford, the batter, with Ortiz at second, Youkilis at first base, and 1 out here in the 7th inning. Ball 1 to Crawford. He struck out in the first inning, doubled, and scored in the 4th inning. Then he walked in the 5th. Did he go? No. This is third base umpire Tim Timmons, 2-0. Crawford with good numbers against Jesse Litch. That's in there for strike 2-1. David Ortiz, who was intentionally walked, is at second base. Youkilis reaching on a fielder's choice at first. 2-1 pitch to Carl Crawford. He is outside, ball 3. Crawford lifts it to left field. Thames will get back there to make the catch. His second out, no advance for the base runners, 2 down. Well, immediately following the game tonight, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC Eck and Heidi. Get a breakdown of Tim Wakefield's performance tonight. Plus, you'll hear the Sox starters' post-game thoughts, and Heidi will bring you the manager's perspective in Terry's take. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live. 2 down, 2 on, and Marco Scudero, the batter. He's been aboard twice, a 2-run single back in the first inning. Walked and scored in the 4th, and then flied out to center field in the 5th. As he takes strike 1. Two and one now to Scudero. 2-1, lying down the left field line, foul. And in the seats. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. Two outs in the 7th inning. Ortiz at second, Youkilis at first. In the dirt and a full count down to Marco Scutaro. Josh Reddick waiting on deck. Red Sox batting in the 7th. And add on to a 3-run advantage. And Tim Wakefield his 200th. Wakefield leaving tonight after 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, 4 earned. Leaving with a lead. Scutaro strikes out. Lynch gets him at the top of the 7th inning. 8-5 Red Sox on top. It's time now to check in with your Need to Know with Nessa Daily, presented by Sunlight Financial. Here's Randy Scott. On the mound again. Got the final 2 outs of the 6th inning. And back out there for the 7th. Yunel Escobar. Top of the Blue Jays order, takes strike 1. Escobar walked in the 1st. Flied out to right in the 2nd, then flied out to right again in the 4th. Well, that was against Tim Wakefield. Red Sox have action in the pen. Daniel Bard warming up. Papelbon stretching in the background. Outside ball 2, 2-1. Action for the Jays as well. Sean Camp warming up in the pen for the Blue Jays. Already used Carlos Villanueva and Jesse Litch. Relief, Brandon Morrow gave up the 8 runs the Red Sox currently have. 2-1 coming up to Escobar. All 3 outside. Thames waiting on deck. Then we'll see Batista here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Line to left center field, and that'll get in for a base hit. Crawford over to cut it off. Thinking 2 is Escobar. Throw to second. He will be safe. Just did get in.
A pretty good gamble taken right there by Escobar, down by 3 runs late in the game. But it pays off for him. High fastball, gets on top of it, puts it on the line. Crawford cuts it off. Gets it back in quickly. A close play at second base. But Escobar beats it. Tag just a little bit late from Pedroia.
So leadoff double for Escobar here in the 7th inning. Eric Thames, the batter, has been on twice without a hit. Reached on a fielder's choice and was hit by a pitch. He's also flied out to center field. There's a strike, 1-1. Tim Wakefield went 5 innings, giving up 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. Walked 3, struck out 3. Franklin Morales goes a third of an inning. He hit no runs, didn't walk anybody, hit a batter, and struck out a batter. One from Dan Wheeler. He is up top, ball 2. Ground but foul. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Escobar leads off his 7th inning with a double. Eric Thames battling Dan Wheeler, fouled that last pitch off himself, and count is 2-2. On the ground to first base. Adrian's got it. He'll take it to the bag for the out. And on to third base goes Escobar. Thames grounding out to Gonzalez for the first out of the inning. Well, tomorrow night after Red Sox first pitch, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live presented by Uno's with TC Eck and Heidi at 6:30. The Spaceman Bill Lee will join the crew in studio as they preview the final game of this series with Toronto. Plus the Boston Globe's Michael Vega will bring you all the latest news. It's coming up tomorrow night. Our live coverage begins at 6 and it's only on Nesson. It'll be Andrew Miller matched up against Ricky Romero. Miller 6-2, the 5.27 earned run average. Ricky Romero 13-10. Pitcher of the month in the month of August in the American League, Ricky Romero. Jose Bautista with 1 out, a runner at third, hits a fly ball to shallow center. Ellsbury comes in to make the catch. Escobar bluffs as if he's going and draws the throw. And there's 2 outs in the inning as Escobar retreats to the bag at third.
Can't take that chance, down by 3 runs to try to score that run. Ball not hit deep enough by Bautista. Just make a fake, try to draw a throw and hope it's a bad throw that gets by the catcher. Didn't happen. Escobar remains at third.
So 2 down here in the 7th inning. Edwin Encarnacion, who hit a sac fly in the first inning, since then has popped out and fouled out. The RBI is 45th RBI of the season. I want you to follow the Red Sox at the MLB.com @Bat11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat 31826 or visit RedSox.com for details. That's a strike over the outside corner. Wheeler is ahead 0-2 of Edwin Encarnacion. Not good numbers against Dan Wheeler for Encarnacion. Line to left, and that's going to get in for a base hit. From third comes Escobar. He will score. It's an RBI single for Encarnacion, his first hit ever against Dan Wheeler, and it's now 8-6.
And we'll see if this brings a move to Daniel Barnes. Yes, Terry Francona out of the Red Sox dugout.
So the pitching change from the Rogers Center with the Red Sox on top 8-6. Home runs in the game. Jacoby Ellsbury, it's a 3-run home run, all part of a 4-run fourth inning for Boston. And a monster blast for David Ortiz in the 5th inning, his 29th home run of the year. Solo shot to give the Red Sox their 8th run of the game. Tim Wakefield trying to pick up win number 200 tonight, leaves with a lead, and has a chance that the bullpen can help him out to get that win number 200. Tim goes 5 innings, giving up 5 runs and 4 earned runs. Daniel Bard takes over here for the Red Sox, 4th pitcher of the night, 62nd outing of the year. In 64 in the 3rd inning, 66 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at just 166 against him. Ellie Johnson, the batter, who takes ball 1. Johnson has struck out 3 times tonight. Wakefield got him twice, and then Franklin Morales struck him out in the 6th inning. Johnson is a power threat. 20 home runs between his time in Arizona this year and Toronto prior to the deal that sent over John McDonald and Aaron Hill over to the Arizona Diamondbacks. On the ground to first, Gonzalez will pick it up and tag the bag to end the inning as the Blue Jays get a run. The end is 7. It's 8-6 Boston. In free checking, see just how good a checking account can feel. It is lightly raining here. The roof is still open as we start this 8th inning, and it is 8-6. Red Sox on top. Blue Jays getting a run back in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lightly raining right now here at the Rogers Center. Now ball towards short. Escobar's got it. His throw retires Reddick. The pitcher in for the Jays is Sean Kemp. Pitcher used by John Farrell tonight. 59th appearance for Kemp, 3-3 with a 4.55 earned run average. 27 strikeouts to 19 walks, and opponents hitting at .315 against Kemp. Takes over for Jesse Litch, who pitched the 7th inning. But an inning giving up a hit, no runs, an intentional walk, and struck out a batter. He leads the club in appearances, does Sean Kemp, with his 59th here tonight.
Yeah, it almost feels like every time the Red Sox play Toronto, he's in about every game.
He's allowed 3 earned runs over his last 12 innings, 2.25 earned run average. Fly ball to left field. Thames moves over and makes the catch. 2 down. Saltalamacchia is retired. Back up top for Jacoby Ellsbury, who's had a 3-hit night. Drove in 3 with his 3-run home run in the 4th inning. But he has singled, homered, and singled again. Also lined out.
Big 4-run 4th inning for the Red Sox. Ellsbury's 3-run home run, and then Reddick with a double, a drive, and a run.
To shallow center. Wise started back, comes in, dives, can't get it. Gets by and backed up by Lowen as into second base goes Ellsbury with his 4th hit of the night. The first step for Dwayne Wise was back. That fooled him, and it costs him in the end. It's a double for Ellsbury in a 4-hit night.
I think what happened there is the ball was toward the end of the bat of Jacoby Ellsbury, and that kind of froze Dwayne Wise out there in the outfield. You can see the late break that he gets by the time he comes in. Did not get to it. Backed up by Lowen, so Ellsbury has to stop at second base.
It's Dustin Pedroia with 2 down and Ellsbury at second base. Just with a single back in the first inning. Third 4-hit game of the season for Jacoby Ellsbury. Swing and a miss. Down 0-2 is Pedroia. Wilson 6 for 11 against Sean Camp. He's 35 years old. In his 4th season in Toronto. A couple in Tampa Bay, a couple in Kansas City prior to that. Outside, nice pick by Aaron Sebia. Adrian Gonzalez waits on deck. Red Sox batting in the top of the 8th on top 8-6. On the ground is short. Yunel Escobar fires it there in time to get Pedroia and ends the inning. Red Sox lead Ellsbury at second base. Take an 8-6 lead to the bottom of the 8th. Check in on all the highlights from around the majors, including the Yankees matinee with the Orioles, and Justin Verlander reaching for win number 22. Plus a preview of tomorrow night's series finale as Andrew Miller takes the mound for Boston. It's all coming up after the game, and it's only on NESN. Last half of the 8th inning, 8-6. Red Sox on top. Daniel Bard, who got the final out of the 7th, back out there for the 8th. Brett Laurie to lead it off for the Jays. Laurie takes strike 1. He's had a good night again tonight. He singled in the 2nd inning, walked in the 3rd, and then singled in the 6th. So he's been aboard 3 times in the game. Fouling it off to the right. Slider 0-2. John Roush warming in the pen now for the Blue Jays. Hits Laurie and he heads down to first base. 6th hit batter of this game. 4 by the Red Sox, 2 by Blue Jays pitching.
And that was with the slider from Daniel Bard. He wanted to stay with that breaking ball against Laurie and just nicks him on the leg. So the potential tying run comes to the plate.
Adam Lowen, who tonight has flied out to left, struck out, and been hit by a pitch. Chopped right side and into right field, a base hit. Rory heading for 3rd, and it is 1st and 3rd with nobody out. First major league hit for Adam Lowen.
Well, pretty incredible story we're watching tonight with Lowen as he picks up his first major league hit. Converts from pitcher to player, position player, and picks up his first major league hit off Daniel Bard. But right now, the Red Sox in a little bit of trouble here.
First and third, nobody out. J.P. Arancibia hit a 2-run home run. Back in the second inning now, bats. And a swing and a miss. Back to the slider, 0-1. After the 2-run shot for Arancibia, flied out to left in the fourth inning. Struck out swinging in the sixth. He's got Laurie at third base, Lowen at first base. Another slider. Healthy diet of them here so far for Bard. 0-2.
There's been one slider out for another to start this whole inning.
Look to third, bluff to first, doesn't throw to either locale. It's been a little bit all over the place at times here for Bard. 1-2.
Almost like he's had two or three of them slip right out of his hand.
Time finally called. Hit by a pitch. Lowen singles. First and third. Nobody out. Red Sox 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Jays 2 for 10. A 1-2 pitch to Arancibia. Is outside. Back to the fastball. And that has been at about 96 so far for Bard, which is a little bit lower than what we're used to.
Maybe that's why we're seeing so many sliders in this inning. Doesn't feel the fastball right now.
That time, but off the mark. Full count. Wayne Wise, who pinch hit in the sixth inning, waits on deck here for the Blue Jays. 2 on, nobody out in the eighth. Fires to first this time. After bluffing to third. John Roush has been joined by Frank Francisco now in the pen. The 3-2 pitch to Arancibia. Walks him and loads the bases. Another fastball that misses. And it is a bases loaded, nobody out situation here for the Blue Jays.
Daniel Bard, he appears to be throwing from down to the side a little bit, not to over the top like we normally see him. His fastball way outside on the 3-2 count.
Well, at third base is Laurie. At second base is Lowen. There at CB at first base. Nobody out in the 8th. Dwayne Wise, the batter, pinch hit, flied out in the 6th inning. 0 for 1. A swing and a miss. Back to the fastball. Starts him with it. 0-1.
And again, that fastball at 96 miles an hour. Just a little bit under what we normally see from Barn.
On the outside corner this time, and it's 0-2. Laurie gave up a single to Lowen, walked Aaron Sebia to load the bases with nobody out in the 8th. Wise strikes out, elevated, struck him out on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's out number 1. Needed something without any contact, and he gets it.
Yeah, it goes, climbs the ladder. You can see Salter Lamontier up in his crouch. He wants a high fastball. He gets a high fastball, and he gets a big strikeout. That time, all fastballs to Dwayne Wise.
1 out in the 8th for Yunel Escobar. Walk in the first, since then he's flied out to right twice and double. Scored a run in the 7th inning. Escobar takes ball 1. 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts against Daniel Bard in his career. Ball 2, 2-0. Hard work to one batter in the 7th inning, getting Johnson to ground out. Jay said the base is loaded, nobody out here in the 8th. Now they have 1 out with Wise striking out. And Laurie at third, Lowen at second. There at CB at first, the 2-0. It's fouled off. It was late on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-1. Thirteenth time for Bard that he has had 20 pitches or more in an outing. Two-one pitch. Outside, 3-1. There's strike 2. Escobar thought he had ball 4, but Jeff Kellogg says strike 2.
Escobar trying to sell out when that looked like a pretty good pitch by Bard. Fastball outside part of the plate, knee high. And Escobar trying to draw the walk.
Escobar strikes out. Both times he thought it was ball 4. Bard strikes him out on the slider. Back-to-back Ks for Bard, 2 down.
Now he was just completely fooled on that pitch. He's expecting fastball. He gets the slider from Bard and he gets it right down the middle of the plate. No complaining on that pitch. That was a perfect strike as he just completely fooled Escobar with that breaking ball.
So back-to-back strikeouts with the bases loaded, and now Eric Thames bats. On twice without the benefit of a hit. Pitched on a fielder's choice and was hit by a pitch. Thames takes strike one. Fastball from Bard. What better way to start your day than with a little Sox talk on the radio home for the Boston Red Sox? Join Dennis and Callahan weekday mornings at 6 across the WEI Sports Radio Network and, of course, right here on NESN. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox holding on to an 8-6 lead. Bases loaded for Toronto. Eric Thames with the count of 0-1. Thames grounds it foul, and it's 0-2 now. A piece of the fastball. Laurie at third, Lowen at second. Aaron Seaby at first base with 2 down in the 8th. The 0-2 pitch from Daniel Bard. He's fouled off. Trying to get him on the fastball. It's still 0-2. Oh-2 pitch again to Thames. Breaking ball in the dirt. Went to the slider that time, and it comes up short. 1-2.
And a very nice play by Saltalamacchia behind home plate. Expecting that slider inside. It's away. He crosses to his left and is able to scoop it.
Ball 2-2-2. Two pitch from Bard. A foul. Getting a piece. Thames staying alive.
Back to the fastball from Bond, and Thames just gets a piece of it to see another pitch.
Next pitch will be the 30th for Bard. It'll be the 3rd time that he's had 30 or more in an outing. Ball 3, full count, and no place to put Eric Thames. On deck is Batista. Three-two pitch to Thames. Ball 4, he walks him, and in comes a run. It's a 1-run game. Second walk given up by Bard, and it's now 8-7 Red Sox. Kurt Young out to the mound. Look at the bat by Thames here, battling Bard. Pinch runner now coming in, represent the go-ahead run. And at second base is Chris Woodward, who runs for Aaron Sebia. Now Jose Bautista. The tying run 90 feet away. That's with the bases loaded. And 2 down. Ball 1 outside. There's action behind Bard. Is Albers, who is now warming. The next pitch will be a season high 33rd pitch for Daniel Bard. Bautista pops it up. Foul ground. Saltalamacchia coming back will not have a play. Never had a hit against Bard. 3 strikeouts and 6 at bats. This is the 7th batter of the inning Bard has had to face. Tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run in scoring position at second. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Slider misses and it's 2-1. Four career grand slams for Bautista. He's 0 for 4 this season with the bases loaded. Bases filled with Blue Jays. 95 and up and in, 3-1.
Now this is so unusual for Daniel Bard to see him have this kind of control problems. Hit batter, walk, and then almost hits Bautista with this pitch.
The 3-1 pitch from Bard. Ball 4 and the game is tied. Tim Wakefield's 200th win will have to wait for another day. Francona out to get Bard. And this kind of control issues for Bard we have not seen before.
No, very unusual to see him have this type of an inning. Get out of the 7th inning facing one batter, but completely lost control here in the 8th inning.
First time he has walked 3 in an outing. He gives up 2 runs so far in this game, is tied 8-8. Inning, bases loaded and 2 walks. Eric Thames had a lengthy at bat before he walks. And that brought the Blue Jays back within a run, and then this walk to Bautista, missing with the fastball, and it is an 8-8 game now. Bases reloaded. Matt Albers dealing with Edwin Encarnacion, who takes ball 1 outside. Albers' 49th appearance, 4-4 with a 4.55 earned run average. 58 strikeouts and 57 in the 3rd innings. Opponent sitting at 258 against Albers. That's a strike and it's 1-1. Bard, while he was in there, 17 strikes to 19 balls. Ends up walking 3 in an inning for the first time in his career. Ended up with 36 pitches, the 2nd highest total he's ever had in his career. Ball 2, 2-1. Go ahead run is 90 feet away, and Chris Woodward pinch running for JP Arancibia. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. Bases filled with Blue Jays. There is ball 3. Pitch. That's a strike, and it's a full count. Everybody be on the move. With 2 outs here and the base is loaded. Full count. Encarnacion has had a tough time with Albers. Line to right center field. This will get down and likely clear the bases. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And it will clear the bases. Everybody scores for the Jays. And it is now 11-8 in this ballgame.
What a complete disaster here in the 8th inning for the Red Sox. Albers runs the count to 3-2. Encarnacion finds that gap in right center field. 3 runs come across. That's good hitting by Encarnacion. That pitch away from him takes it to the opposite field and clears the bases.
Career high 5 runs allowed by Bard. '34th double of the year for Encarnacion and this Blue Jays team. They trailed 3-0 and 8-5 on top 11-8. Johnson the batter with Encarnacion at second, and the pitch missing 1-1.
Encarnacion showing his happiness as he gets to second base after driving in 3 runs. 5 total, in the ball game.
Ties his career high with 5 RBIs. Ball 2, 2-1. I had Frank Francisco getting ready in the pen before. It'll be Adrian Gonzalez, David Ortiz, Kevin Youkilis expected in the 9th, and right now a 3-run deficit for the Red Sox. That's a strike. 2-2. Frank Francisco's been warming up long enough. He's just looking on now from the pen. All 3, full count. Johnson strikes out for the 4th time tonight with the damage done. Blue Jays score 5 times in the 8th and take an 11-8 lead. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, Kia, Sullivan Tire, and by Kettle One Vodka. It's been a nice night in Toronto weather-wise for the most part, but not a nice night for the Red Sox, who now trail 11-8. Coming to bat in the 9th inning as a battery change here for the Jays. Jose Molina comes into the game to do the catching. JP Arancibia was pinch run for as Adrian Gonzalez takes strike 1 from the Blue Jays closer. Frank Francisco into the game. His 48th appearance of the year, 1-4. He's 12 out of 16 save opportunities. 44 Ks to 17 walks, and well, it's sitting at 246 against Francisco. Gonzalez fouls it off and is down 0-2. Francisco has not allowed a run in his last 15 appearances, 16 innings. Only 1 run over his last 18 games and 19 1/3. Converted in 7 of the last 8 save opportunities. And a 3-run lead to work with here in the 9th inning. Encarnacion with a bases loaded double, clearing the bases. This one grounded foul, 1-2. ticket scoreboard. The Yankees today down by the Orioles 5-4 in 11 innings. Mark Reynolds with a game-winning RBI in the 11th for the O's. 1-2 pitch. Gonzalez hits one high and deep to right. That ball is gone. Adrian Gonzalez with a blast to right field. Red Sox not going quietly in the ninth. Adrian with his 24th home run of the year. And it's now 11-9.
Now Gonzalez now has 3 career at-bats against Francisco and has 2 home runs. Number 24 on the season for Adrian Gonzalez. Off-speed pitch, a changeup that time. Gonzalez does a beautiful job of staying back on it.
That is the first run that Frank Francisco has given up in the last 15 appearances in 16 innings. Now David Ortiz taking a hack at the first pitch, fouls it back.
Ortiz had home run on his mind with that swing.
David's already got one tonight. Solo shot back in the 5th inning. Line into right field, a base hit, and the Red Sox will bring the tying run to the plate. So David Ortiz threw the shift into right with a base hit.
Now that's the second time Francisco's got beat on his off-speed pitch, his changeup. It was a changeup to Gonzalez that he hit for home run, a changeup here to Ortiz that he lines for a base hit.
So Kevin Youkilis will be coming up as the tying run. Youkilis with very good numbers against Francisco. Here they are, 5 for 8. A home run, 4 runs batted in. In there for strike 1. Francisco coming over from the Rangers. A deal for Mike Napoli. Towards third base. Lloyd looked at second but fires to first for the out. One down in the inning as Ortiz takes second.
Well, he's got the 2-run lead, so he made sure of the 1 out at first base. I think if he goes to second, he probably does have Ortiz, but elected to take the sure out at first base. Ortiz's run really means nothing at this point.
One down, Carl Crawford coming up. Reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric's Red Sox final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our Nesson studios. Crawford takes strike 1. All doubled back in the 4th inning and walked in the 5th. 1 for 3 night. Fouled back on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-2. For 7 against Frank Francisco. A couple of strikeouts. Crawford strikes out as they elevate at 95. He chases 2 down in the 9th.
Once again, staying with the hard stuff against Crawford, picks up the strikeout up and out of the strike zone. Crawford chases it for the 2nd out of the inning.
So it is up to Marco Scudero. A 2-run single in the first for Scutaro. Walked and scored in the fourth, sent a fly out and a strikeout. 13 for 22 at the Rogers Center this season. Strike one. Never had a hit against Frank Francisco. Up the middle and into center field. Now he does. David Ortiz coming around, and it is a 1-run game. Red Sox getting 2 back here in the ninth. And Marco Scutaro knocks in his 3rd run of the night with this base hit back up the middle.
Drove in 2 back in the first inning, and now 1 here to the 9th inning. Scutaro continues to be hot in this series against his former club.
Mike Aviles will pinch run for Marco Scutaro. Josh Reddick standing in with 2 outs. Tying run at first base and Mike Aviles. Reddick swinging to the first pitch and fouling it back. Reddick pops it up foul, back and out of play, and he's down 0-2. Tying run at first base for the Red Sox. Aviles takes off. The pitch is high. The throw. Aviles will be out to end the ball game. This goes up as one of the most difficult losses of 2011 for the Red Sox. Frustrating, Jerry, no doubt, and a very tough outing tonight. One like we've not seen for Daniel Bard.
No, I agree with you, Don. And it's a game the Red Sox should have won. They have everything lined up perfectly in this ball game, bullpen-wise, to get the job done. And a very uncharacteristic job by Daniel Bard tonight. Wild, which we very seldom see him. And what a strange way to end the game to have Aviles thrown out at second base on an attempted steal.
So 11-10 is the final. The Blue Jays beat the Red Sox. For Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney, I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from the Rogers Center. Join us again tomorrow night for the series finale with the Jays. Pitching matchup, DeAndre Miller facing Ricky Romero. Live coverage begins at 6. This has been a presentation of NESN, New England's most watched sports network. Let's send it now to the NESN Television Center. Here's Tom Caron.